I'm going to show you how you can set up your Shopify connection in Gadget. I've already created a new app. I've selected the Shopify app type, so I see this Connect to Shopify button that I can click. If you don't see this on your home page, you can also go through Settings, Plugins, Shopify, and we're brought here. We always recommend connecting through the partner's dashboard because it's good for custom or public app development. You can use Shopify's app extensions, and you get a front end embedded in the Shopify admin. If you do want to connect through the store admin instead, check out our documentation. I'm going to go through the partners dashboard. So I've already created a partners account here. That's partners.shopify.com. I'm going to go to the apps tab and then click create app. And I'm going to create an app manually. I'm going to give my app a name. I'll just call this connection tutorial. And now that I have my new partners app, I need to copy my client ID and secret back to Gadget. So I'll copy my client ID first, and then I'll copy my secret, and I'll press continue. On this page, I select what Shopify API scopes and data models I want to include in my app. I'm going to go ahead and select my customer's read scope and then my customer data model. Off to the right, I get the setup summary that shows all of the webhooks I will be subscribing to, what access scopes are going to be included in my app, and what data models I have selected. Now, if you don't know up front, this connection is editable later. You can always change what you're setting, so don't worry about selecting everything up front all at once. I'm happy with these settings, so I'm going to go ahead and press confirm. Now, there's a couple things I need to do. There is this essential step because I selected my Shopify customer data model. I need to fill out the protected customer data access form in the partner's dashboard. This will allow me to register my customer webhooks so I can get that customer data into my Gadget database. Let's do that first. I'll go back to my partner's dashboard, click on API access for my app, and I scroll down, I see protected customer data access. So I'm going to go ahead and request access. Now, it only matters what you select if you're building a public app for the App Store. I'm just going to go ahead, select app functionality, and press save. Because I have the customer data model, I also need to fill out individual fields if I want access to these fields. So I'm going to go ahead. I do want email data. I'll once again select app functionality and save. I'm not going to select the other fields, and I'll show what that looks like once I actually sync my data. I won't get name, address, or phone data. So that's fantastic. That is the protected customer data access step. The next thing I need to do is copy over my app URL and redirection URL back to my Shopify Partners app. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy my app URL, click on the configuration tab, and I'll paste the app URL, and I'll do the same for the redirection URL. Perfect. Now that I've copied over my URLs and filled out my protected customer data access form, I'm going to go ahead, press save and release a new version of my Partners app. And now I can go back to the overview page. I'm ready to install. So there's this test your app section. I'm going to go ahead and select one of my development stores to test my app on. I'll select my test with sample data store. This is the install app widget provided by Shopify. I'm happy with everything. I'm just going to click install. Gadget is handling installation for me. I don't have to write a line of OAuth code. And here we go. This is actually my embedded front-end app. It is a React app, so you can see this page is powered by routes/index.jsx. Let's go take a look at that. I'm going to go back to my Gadget app. I see my app is successfully connected. That's fantastic. I'm just going to close this page for a minute. If we go in our web folder, routes, index.jsx, we can see this is the code that is powering my front end here. That's fantastic. I see that my data models have been added. So I see I have my Shopify customer data model. If I check out the schema, here are all the fields on that model. And now I can go ahead and sync my historical customer data. So I can go back to my settings, plugins, Shopify. This brings me back to my connection page. And if I go ahead and view the installs for my partner's app here, we can see this is my store. My scopes are granted, my webhooks are registered because I filled out that protected customer data access form, and I can go ahead and trigger a data sync. Now, there is also a way to trigger this sync with code so that you don't have to manually hit it. That's very helpful for public apps. Now that my sync is complete, I'm going to go ahead and close this page, and I can click on the data tab for my Shopify customer, and I see that my customer data has been synced. I do have that email field, but I don't have the name fields because I didn't fill out those sections of my protected customer data access form. That's how you can go ahead and set up a connection in Shopify. If you have any questions, reach out on our developer Discord or check out our documentation. Until next time, I hope you keep building more and coding less with Gadget.